Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the work we do here. And we're here several times per week, usually multiple times, sometimes daily, often not with my schedule, but depends on my schedule. So if you're looking to get unstuck in life, this is a great audio for you. We've got over 800 of these available in your archive here on the channel. And if there's a subject you'd like to see us cover, we would be glad to do that. Just reach out and make the request. We'll see what we can do for your benefit. A couple of things to look at from the perspective of ultimately kind of looking at the nature of things going forward. And if you're looking for coaching, life, relationship, business, anything else in the middle there, then I would love to be of service to you. And there's a couple ways you can reach out. You can do so through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can do so in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way will get you in touch with me or a member of my team, and then we can go from there. In any event, would love to be of service to you in any way that I can. And so the first thing is willpower. You have to understand that willpower matters more than your emotional state. And I know this can be extremely difficult for a number of reasons, but the reality of the situation is many people struggle with willpower because they don't have a goal in mind. So setting manageable goals is the next in the line of things you've got to do, and then use the willpower to realize that in order to get yourself past the current difficulty, you have to be able to push through and kind of do things almost on autopilot, because I know that this will eventually pay off, and ultimately that desire for payoff should be where your focus is. Next thing is kill fear. Now, unless something is going to cause you imminent physical danger and or possible health issues in the future, then getting past the fear of whatever you're going through is essential. It doesn't mean you can't have fear, but getting past it is necessary for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that at the end of the day, if you allow fear to control you, you will not get unstuck. So understand that being afraid is normal. Understand that being afraid is natural, but it's not productive. So finding a way to push past fear is one of the things you have to focus on doing, whether you feel like it or not. And sometimes that means having a stress ball or other physical release. Sometimes that means extra exercise. Sometimes that means meditation, music, prayer, or other forms of positive reinforcement. But you've got to find a way that pushing past fear becomes the dominant way that you handle life when you're overwhelmed and under motivated. So the next thing in this is there is no such thing as perfect. So the idea of perfect is a perception that people try to create in order to feel better or worse than another person, meaning better meaning I am the best at something, or therefore I know more than this other person. Worse, obviously, is the opposite of that, but at the end of the day, these are just perceptions, because your idea of perfect, my idea of perfect, your neighbor's idea of perfect, your pastor's idea of perfect, your grocer's idea of perfect can all be different. Therefore, whose version of perfect is correct? And the answer ultimately becomes none of them, because perfect doesn't exist except in the mind of the beholder. So shooting for perfection is not worth it, because it doesn't lead anywhere. It only leads to more am I there yet, am I there yet, am I there yet mentality. Shooting for a desire for progress continually is a much better goal, because you can chart progress through journaling and other self-actualization exercises, which allow you to see, am I making progress or not, and then alter your behavior accordingly if you're not making the progress you want to make. Next is goal setting. Understand that having small goals, even if it's something as simple as today I'm going to get out of bed and take a shower. If you're struggling with depression, that can feel like a million pounds of weight, but it's a goal, and as long as you have a goal that's leading you forward, you have some hope of making larger goals in the future. One thing that people do when they're stuck and they actually make their life worse is they are needing to set small goals that they can hit, so they can learn to use the fulcrum of momentum to their advantage, and instead they set large goals that they will not hit, not because they're incapable, but because it feels like too much, and therefore they quit on themselves before they get there. The next is focusing on self care, whether it be taking a shower, doing your nails, getting good food, good sleep, removing yourself from stressful environments, whatever that looks like for you in terms of self care. Commit to that above almost anything else in your life, because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you don't have the oxygen mask on yourself, you can't put it on anybody else. And unfortunately, I have many clients who struggle with this in a really unhealthy yet dynamic way. They think, well, if I don't do this, then this person's going to leave me. If I don't do that, then this negative outcome is going to happen. Well, if you're doing for everyone else and not doing for yourself on a continual basis, you will not get to a place of meaningful resolution for being able to hit larger goals, because you will have burnt out both emotionally and mentally before you get there. The next thing on the list here is kind of looking at it from variety. So when you need a better quality of life, variety is one way to get it. Doing the same thing day after day leads you to feeling depressed and deprived of new experiences, therefore creating variety. Even if it's where you choose to get food from, walking a different way to work, taking a different trail with your puppy when you go for their nightly or daily walks. Something simple can set you up for hope that life can change. When you see the changes in the environment, then you can see the changes within yourself. The last one is a reward system. No matter how big or how small, having a reward system is essential to living well. Now, that reward system can be something as simple as some chocolates, or a meal out, maybe buying a new book on Amazon if you're a voracious reader, maybe going to a local concert in the park if you like music and there's free music available. But finding a way to reward yourself for progress is important. Whether we like it or not, our brains are set up for a reward system, and so finding ways to self reward can be helpful. Anyway, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.